Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? It's your boy Rudy King Bantu, and we are live today with my special partner, my fiance, my do or die, Your Highness, Roseann. I think everybody knows you, Roseann. Yeah. But anyways, today we're here to speak about a special matter. Some of you guys are probably aware of it, but some of you guys are not. So we're gonna share a little bit of what is this special matter. So, but I'll be like the help, and Roseann will be the person talking about it a lot more. So, Your Highness, can you please tell what we're here for today?
Okay, so it is a subject very close to our heart.
Yes.
Something that we kind of wanted to do, but it was through a fellow parent of another child that went through similar to River. So, if those of you that don't know, quick backstory is our son River is 1 year old. Well,
He's 1 year old in a few months.
went through 11 months of being in hospital. His first 11 months of life was in hospital, and he was in the intensive care unit for quite a lot of that time. We are going to be talking about this in a different
in a different time.
Yeah, in a different time.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about is a GoFundMe that we set up. What it is for families like ourselves that went through a hard time in these intensive care environments, especially at Christmas time. It was, like I say, it was along with some fellow parents that had a child in PICU, which is Pediatric Intensive Care. We set up a little donation box at her daughter's first birthday to get donations to be able to get vouchers for parents that are in the intensive care environment, such as Just Eat. Because last year, when she was in intensive care, she received vouchers from a family that had been there the previous year, and they said for getting a Just Eat voucher, it's such a basic need, like a basic need that you forget about, and when you're going through these things, like when you have a child going through anything in hospital, it doesn't matter if it's intensive care or not. I know it's a struggle. Seeing your child suffer in any way, even if it's like having a cold, I know that it's hard. So if you think about that times like 100, it's quite hard.
It is.
It's called intensive care for a reason. It's very intense.
Yeah.
So she received a Just Eat voucher last year, and they said it just made such a difference. So we wanted to jump on the same bandwagon as them because we want to give back at anything we can. We're planning different things in the background that we can maybe do to give back. So I spoke with Rudy, and we spoke with family, and we decided to put a GoFundMe up. Originally, we put it up for £800, but we put it up to 1,000 because we would like to cover all 22 bed bays in PICU. We've chosen to do Just Eat and Smyths, which is a toy store, in the hope that if we can give, like, maybe for families maybe have a younger child, they can get the Just Eat voucher. But if it's maybe a family that has an older child, they can get the Smiths one to maybe get a toy or something. If we can give them both, would be amazing. So yeah, we're here to talk about that. At the moment, it's only been up for about a week, maybe not even a week, maybe about a week, and we've already now reached the target of £1,000, and we're actually over that. We are at £1,195. But the plan now we have is that if we can keep it going, we can now cover the NICU, which is Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, which is where River was last year. This time last year, that's where he was. Yeah. And he'd been there for the first 4 months of his life, so he's still there.
He was in neonatal before he was in PICU.
Yeah, in PICU, yeah. So we never had anything like that there, but obviously this was a family that had been in PICU that had made obviously created this idea. The hospital and the nurses and they do make Christmas so special for your child and us, like going through it. They doing arts and crafts with your child, even if they're on like a ventilator, they're like if they're paralyzed, they're out, they still want to try and do things to make it special. So but the vouchers for us, it was more like parent to parent. It was a massive thing for us because we felt like having the support of other parents was a massive thing, because when you're going through a similar situation, you just understand it. So definitely something we wanted to jump on. So hopefully we'll be able to cover NICU as well if we can keep the funds going. The plan is to take the vouchers in on the 18th of December, hopefully, which is I think about 2 weeks away, maybe about 2 weeks away.
I'm about to look at my watch.
Yeah, so so it's about 2 weeks away, and the plan is to take them in then, so that there's enough time before Christmas that they can use them in any way they want. But there, so as I said, there's 22 bed bays in PICU, but there's 50 bed bays in NICU. That is between 2 floors. So we have been in both floors. The level 1 is for intensive care, and level 2 is for special care, which is more like a step towards going home. So we have been in both, so we know how both run, and it doesn't matter if it's special care or intensive care. I think the parents would appreciate vouchers all the same. So
Wow. Have you ever seen me this quiet when someone is talking?
yeah.
That was well presented. Remember, that's what I said. I was like, allergies. Then you're gonna say, oh. So people, I'm gonna just take what Your Highness have said and hype it up a little bit more. The GoFundMe page has been set up for a week plus now. The target was £1,000. But now we've went above £1,000. We're now at 1,195. We hope it to go above that, and if we do go above that, anything above the target would go to the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, and then the target will go to Pediatric Intensive Care Unit. I do think it's a very good thing to do for the parents that are in hospital, because while we were there, it really helped us. And I think helping other parents while they're going to be stuck in the hospital during this December moment will be very grateful. So we really would appreciate you guys to keep on donating, because I did not know the power of donating until I start doing now myself with the missus. So if you can donate, because it's going to make somebody else's life better.
Yeah, like one thing I will say is I think even for myself, anytime I've seen like a GoFundMe page, a lot of the time you might just like it and you don't donate. You just like scroll by it. For this, it's not a case of like we're looking for people to donate a lot of money. Like anything goes that you could donate £1. It will still add up. It's not needing to be £50, £100. It doesn't need to be like that. So we do appreciate anything. It's just if we can raise as much as possible before we plan on taking these vouchers, getting the vouchers and taking them in, it'll be amazing, because even if we do, if we end up covering both, we can then, overflow that onto the wards as well. So like River and the other child both spent a lot of time in like different wards as well. So it's not just intensive care. It's been like we've been in ward 3A, 3B, 3C, 2C, and then obviously PICU and NICU as well. So if we can, make that overflow onto other wards, we would do that. So don't feel like it's not going to be capped off at a certain amount at this moment in time, because I think if we can do as much as possible, then we'll spread it further. So every little helps.
Yeah, I like that saying. Is it not from Asda?
I think it's tasty. I'm sure it's tasty.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
do you feel like you have like more you want to release?
Not really, no. Like I say, I think if anybody is intrigued also to know about River's journey before because we are going to talk about it, we are going to start to break down.
Yeah, we're gonna do like the podcast series,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So we're going to do a wee podcast series where we talk about River's journey. Although, if in the meantime, while you wait for that, if you want to know about River's journey, both me and Rudy have got it on our social media. So we've both got it on our Facebook and our Instagram. A little breakdown of what River went through in the time that he's been in hospital. And I can maybe give you a bit of an idea of just how intense and crazy hospital life is. It's not just for the child but for the parent. And I think sometimes it needs to be spoke about a bit more how much the parents actually go through, having to watch their child go through so much. We've spoke about trying to figure out things that we can do that's more about the parents' mental health and things so. This is why this is a very important thing for us to try and get to cover as much people as possible, as much families as possible, because something simple as a Just Eat voucher to get food in their tummies, because it's the one thing, trust me, you forget about it. Your priority goes all into your child and you don't think about eating, and it's such a simple thing. And you don't want to cook, you don't have the energy, it's exhausting. So having Just Eat, being able to just order online makes all the difference. So as you said, if any donation we appreciate. So yeah, but I don't think there's anything else really.
Well, I'm just enjoying listening to you talk because usually it's just me that's on camera talking and shouting. So that's why you see, guys, I'm just quiet listening to Your Highness. I don't think we have much to say now. We just wanted to let you guys know that the GoFundMe is going pretty well, and we've exceeded the target, but we also have now a new target, which means if we do get more, we're going to take the extra and give it to the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. Today is probably the first time for most of you guys to be able to see me and my partner sit right next to each other talking like this. But I just wanted to say that there's going to be more of this because we're planning on doing our own podcast series in partnership with Microphone Check Scotland and Don Bill's 90 Radio. So I will invite you all to basically plug yourselves in and keep an eye out for what's going on, because it's going to be quite interesting to go into that journey. And if you want to find out more about what you've known about River, his situation, and more that we have going on, we will be sharing a lot more of that. So with that being said, I'm your boy Rudy King Bantu. This is my partner, my fiance, my do or die, Your Highness. To be continued.
Yeah. To be continued.